Never give a man a mic and never give a woman a phone. All right? So that is something that we have to be. And as we move into, there is something very drastic happening. And I was talking to Dr. Nadeem this morning about that. We were just talking. This is not only for Muslims, this is for general. We are entering a different climate of dynamics within the family. It is happening now to some degree, but pretty soon you are going to see families where the wife earns more than the husband. This is coming. This is coming. Make no doubt about it. Right? If you are not in a situation like that, your son or your daughter will be in a situation like that, where the wife will make more money than the husband. And if we don't wise up on that, it's bad trouble. If we don't wise up on that, if we don't prepare for that, it smells trouble. You will have, as the year comes around, as the decades come around, you will have more house husbands than housewives. Make no mistake about that. You're having it now. You're having it now. Many engineers have been laid off. Very difficult to find a job. It is their wife that is holding the family. That's a reality on the ground. You may know, friend, I may be hitting home. I don't mean to, but that's a reality that we are seeing. And that is going to become more preponderant. Now, you understand the light of if you understand that, then it doesn't matter who works. If you understand that in your family, it doesn't matter who makes more money. It doesn't matter. If you don't understand that, then you know who is the boss. They say without money, the wife is the boss in most cases. Now she has the money. You can imagine what will happen. That's exactly what happened on the reservation that I visited. The proud, the Sioux warrior was a proud man. The Sioux prior when he stands. I mean, I tell you, I stood in that full costume with the wall, bonnet and everything. It is something astounding when you wear that on you and you hear the sound of battle and the drums. It's amazing, it's a powerful. The powwow is a powerful experience if you ever go to a powwow. And I tell you, there is no alcohol on a powwow. There is no alcohol on a reservation. We are being told that the Indians are alcoholics. Well, who made them the alcoholics? The white men made them. Because the alcohol is sold outside the reservation. The reservation police will stop you if you have any cc's of alcohol. Right? So the powwows are very decent, very decent. But if you go, you see that they were very proud men. That they were destroyed because the wives were made to become the boss. The wife was pitched against them. They were not given jobs. The men could not find jobs, but their wife would find jobs. And it hurt their pride. It broke them. It broke the sons and grandsons of warriors. And that's it. You see that in the Mexican, Hispanic community. You go into jail. If you go into the jail, you'll see. You wonder how all those young men are in jail. You just wonder. It's no coincidence. This is not coincidence. This is a planned policy. This is planned to destroy a community. And right now, Muslim, we are the next if we don't watch. So that's something to think about. The other thing to think about is an important ingredient of a community, a Muslim community. I think you find that in Surah Al-Imran. وَلْتَكُمْ مِنْكُمْ أُمَّةٍ يَدْعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرِ يَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنكَرِ. Right? This concept of ma'ruf and munkar is the essence of an Islamic community. It is an essence of the Islamic community. We have, as a community, to take a stand and to speak about what is wrong and to discourage people from doing wrong. And we have to take a stand on what is correct and invite people to do things that are correct. Right now, we take no position. I can give you on many issues. Environment. Muslims don't care about environment. Just go in Ramadan, any masjid you want, you pick. You will see the amount of garbage that is being recycled. The amount of food that is being wasted. Right? We have no concept of recycling. And recycling is very Islamic. Alright? I gave a khutbah on recycling in the Quran. People say, why are you talking about that? I said, because we don't think that recycling is so much in the Quran. Huh? You got to look for it. Abortion. Can you know that this country puts the whole population of the country where I came in every year in abortion? There is approximately 1.5 million abortions per year in the US. That's the population of the country where I grew up. Can we imagine that? Can you think about that? But Muslims are silent. And the Prophet ﷺ told us, he gave us. He said, when you see something wrong, what do you do? What do you do if you see something wrong in your community? He said, you stand up, you correct it with your hands. Correct it with your hands. Go in there and take care, take charge of it. Bring reforms, do reform, whether legislative reform, whether campaign, whatever kind of reforms you can do. Education, proactive, preventive. And then what did he say? If you can't do that, what do? You condemn it with your tongue. MashaAllah. What's your name? All right, very good. You got it. With your tongue. Talk against it. Let people know, bring it to the surface. And then what he said, if you can't do that, condemn it in your heart. But what did he say about the heart? Do you want to have weakness of faith, my brothers and my sisters? Do you want to have those who have the weakest of faith? You don't have Hussein Mubarak. You don't have Gaddafi in front of you. You don't have Assad in front of you. You are in America. At least you have the freedom of speech that you can use. I asked this question to Ibrahim, the ex-Prime Minister of Malaysia. So I said, how about the freedom of speech in Malaysia? It was very funny what he said. He said, oh, you do have freedom of speech in Malaysia. He said, you do have freedom of speech in Malaysia before you speak. He said, after you speak, that's another story. But, I mean, we got to do that. We got to take a position on things, social matters, political matters. You know, how could this country pass a law against immigrants in Arizona, right here on our backyard? How can that happen? How can that happen? Right? And we don't take action on that. Right? So there are so many things that are going wrong in the country. But we don't speak. Our voice can be heard and should be heard. You know, you talk about justice, you do a rally for justice, even if it is a Muslim cause, you don't. Let me tell you about one of the experiences I had after 9/11. A sister was walking in Santa Clara, and somebody on a bicycle just come close to her and pull her hijab. Pull her hijab off. The response was amazing. That's why I'm talking the power you have in America if you use it. 250 blondies gathered in front of the masjid, and they wore their scarf, and they paraded for 1 hour, and they said, this is not going to happen in Santa Clara. Every lady who wants to wear hijab will be allowed and will walk without being embarrassed, without being harassed, without being humiliated. That's the kind of tools you have if you're in America, right? I mean, we always say that, we never say, if we're talking like we are talking now back home, we won't make it out of this building. Right? If I was back home, whatever back home is, you won't make it out of this building. Your family will not see you out of it after you talk today. But this is America. You've got to think like an American. We got to think like an American, and we got to take positions, firm positions for the future of our society, the future of our community. We got to take a stand, and we have to prevent what is wrong. There are so many issues that are wrong. We are quiet, very quiet about it, but we need to get involved. Get involved in the process. I've been a commissioner for the city. I was not mayor, I wasn't political, I was not nothing, but as I tell you, as one person, I'm saying that just to share with you what you can do as one person. I was one commissioner. 9/11 happened, you know, and the city of Fremont wanted to pass the Patriot Act. Right? There are 7 commissioners. 6 of them went around the table. I was sitting at the end. Because I have a long leg, you would always see me at the end of the table because I can put my leg nice and neat. I don't have to hit the table. So I'm at the end of the table, so I'm the last one. 6-0 to vote. I was the commissioner. I spoke. After I spoke, they took the vote. It went 6-0 in the other way, 1 abstention. The city of Fremont became the 2nd city after Berkeley to condemn the Patriot Act. They wanted to put a banner that Fremont is the 2nd diversified city in Northern California. They wanted to put a billboard with having an African lady, a Mexican lady, a white lady, and blah, blah, blah. That came to me, and I looked at it. I said, wait a minute, that's a joke. I said, what is the hijabi? I said, that's a joke. Why are you putting this? I don't have problem. They had the problem. But they don't have problem now. Now is the hijabi, and you don't have a hijabi. They did not want to put the hijabi on, but the billboard didn't go on either. Right? So what I'm trying to tell you, even as one person, you get involved in your community, you get involved in your school district, you get involved in all the organizations that are affiliated, non-profit organizations, you can make difference. I'll stop here. Jazakumullah khair.
Takbir. 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 Takbir.